Hola! As you may know, based on prior videos that I've posted, I have been practicing and studying Mandarin in both the written and spoken format. So I also studied Espanol and continue to do so, but it's a little bit of a challenge to do both languages at the same time. So I ran across a presentation that I gave in Puerto Rico many years ago when I was a professor at Nova Southeastern University. So this was a presentation that I wrote, developed, and presented. And it was very challenging for me because the development of this presentation in Espanol was quite complex. Nevertheless, I have not seen it in a while, and I'm just going to try to read it and see how it goes. It may not be perfect, nor may I be perfect in the process of trying to recite this or say this presentation, but we must get out of our comfort zones if we're going to attempt to be multilingual. So here it goes, and let's see how I do. Violencia en la comunidad africano-americana. Un problema que existe en la población de adolescentes. Doctora Patty R. Rose, Programa de Salud Pública. La violencia es un problema muy significante en la comunidad africano-americana. Es un problema importante económicamente y psicológicamente. Se necesitan más programas de prevención para lograr la solución del problema en la comunidad africano-americana. La mayoría de los africano-americanos descienden de esclavos. Sus escuelas no son tan buenas como las escuelas en comunidades de blancos. Esta situación hace que los africano-americanos estén profundamente resentidos. So there were a lot more pages to the presentation, but I don't want to take you through that whole presentation because it was very public health oriented and serious and so forth, as this is a very serious subject matter, as you can see. But this last slide is when I said thank you to the audience, gracias, and then I showed them this image. Este mural fue pintado por miembros de un gang como parte de un programa de prevención de la violencia. So the presentation was all about violence in the African American community as a public health issue and what needed to be done about it and some initiatives that were taking place at the time to resolve the problem. So if we go over here, we can see more pages of the presentation, and you can tell that this was a while ago because this was on, what do we even call this? I used an overhead projector. Can you imagine? It was a PowerPoint, however. So there you go, my Espanol, and I will continue to work on it because I know that I have to get better. But at the same time, I'm very proud that I was able to do this, and I'm also encouraging everyone to try and become multilingual because the fact that we only speak one language is not where we need to be. At least that's the way I think about it. That's merely my opinion. I really have such desire to be multilingual, and I'm so proud of myself for working so hard to get there. And I must say it's quite a challenge. So thank you for letting me get out of my comfort zone. I hope I did okay. And gracias. Ciao.